Kingdom will come to your life. Together, let's keep the peace. Cause in unity we will build our nation. Arise, Liberia, arise. Arise and take your place. Whatever the locals are meeting, arise and take your place. The flag of Liberia is flying over.
It's flying all the time.
Showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation. Liberia, in union, success is sure.
It's flying all the time. Showing
loyalty to this nation. Liberia.
So, very pleasant welcome. This is another edition of Sports Talk on Intel Sports. My name is Ben. So this is the Wednesday edition. I have as my teammate Trojan Kia Zulu is here with me. We're going to have a fascinating conversation. More of that has to do with women football. And the last days, if not hours or so, where, if you like, Liberian football from the women division has risen to a high. They've had two brilliant results. Firstly, against Senegal on Sunday at the SKD to qualify on aggregate against the illustrious West African rivals. And then yesterday, the under-20 team covered in action in the Waffle Zone A competition in Liberia got in Senegal, got off to a winning start, winning by 2-0. Second half goal, a record passing, and Kawolo put Liberia in pole position. Tonight is all about women football. I won't waste any time to introduce my teammate, Trojan Kezulu, who's been following up on all the action. Trojan, let's say welcome.
Good evening, Ben, and a pleasant good evening to all of our viewers out there. It's wonderful to be back here again with another Sports Talk. right here on Intel Sports.
So what are we going to do? We're going to get closer to the Labrador Football Association. We are going to talk with third Vice President, Mistress Judy Reed Seaton, and she's also the chairman for women football, by virtue of her being the female on the executive committee. We are going to have on this platform also that's the women football manager of the Labrador Football Association, Massa Johnson. And then we're going to invite also women football desk officer, Famata Duncan, former LFA referee, who's also serving as referee instructor in our country. So with the trio of the team, we're going to have a very fruitful conversation. But we all know that it's been a joyous time for Labrador in the last 48 or 72 hours or so. We're in action on tomorrow in the U20 competition in Senegal. Famata Dean's team are going to be up against Sierra Leone, right next to a neighbor they play many times to know each other. The rivalry has existed for a very, very long period of time. The two have got to a winning start, and both of them know that a win for them will qualify them to the quarterfinal stage. So basically, that is our conversation. Well, Children, you've been following activities back home, and obviously it's been a tremendous result from our girls. I have to mention is our youth level, U17 and U20. And I must also mention that following that U17 victory over Senegal, they've drew Nigeria. The first leg is in Monrovia. That will be on the 9th or the 7th of next month.
Yeah, Ben. Once again, it's a pleasant good evening to everyone. For a long time, we've been craving for what I would call a foundation, somewhere we can start from. And I've always said on this program and elsewhere that before anything gets started, you have to begin from the bottom. Nothing gets started from the top. All right? You don't just wake up one morning and you have a degree. You don't just wake up one morning and you have a car or you have a house. All right? Even if you were born with silver spoon, it got to come through stages. Okay? So football in our country, we've not had, I'm not saying we've not tried in the past, because even if you went to what we refer to as normal days, we had youth participating in competitions like the Gautier Cup, where some famous names came from.
Julie Johnson,
Okay.
Dia Williams, Amadia Rennie,
All right.
John Malba. He used to be called Roberto Carlos. Okay, he was part of that Gautier.
There were a lot of great players. And that's why when I see people, celebrating like this, our first time going to Europe and doing great in the youth system, I'm like, wow, let's visit history. All right. So we've done that before. Quite recently, we had the Academy, right? Going to Europe and not just performing, but coming out as champions. Okay? We had the Keita under 17.
They did miracles in Africa and in Europe.
All right? So what we have not had is an organized national youth system. We have had individuals organizing youth, taking them to Europe and all of that, but we've not had it on a national level. So what we are witnessing now at this scale is, or at this level, is youth football, not just the male side, but the female as well. Active in all aspects, organized. We're talking about under 12, under 15, under 17, and under 20. All right. So it's been a long time coming. Like the captain now for the under 20 side, Choice, Tukba, right?
Yeah.
All right. She was 4 years, by 2019, 5 years ago, she was on the under 17 team when she was just 15 years old.
Sure.
She's now captaining the under 20 side.
There's transition from one level to another.
Thank you. All right. So we see a program. 4 years ago, Choice was playing for the under 17. Now she is captaining the under 20. Tomorrow, we'll see her.
National team.
So this is what we've been craving in Liberian football. So the results will not just come, but the results are now coming. We are there yet, but at least we are seeing some semblance. So we eliminated Senegal for the first time
In any competition.
any competition. For Liberia to eliminate Senegal, our girls are the one who did it at the under 17 level. We go to a major competition, WAFU Zone A, in our first game against Guinea. We beat them 2-0. It should have been more.
Yeah.
I saw the first half and we missed 3 clear goals.
Children, we should be at 3-0 in halftime.
Yeah. By halftime, we should have been up at 3-0.
I agree with you.
All right? But the girls came back and still scored 2 in the second half and won 2-0. Okay? So it tells you there is something cooking. And all we need is the support. So yes, I think it is just for us to talk about women's football tonight.
So there you have it. Children in KZU supporting the cause for which we should talk about women football. So like I said, the 12th Vice President of the Liberia Football Association, Mistress Judy Reed Seaton, will be our prime guest, and she will be assisted by Mistress Massa Johnson, Manager Women Football, Liberia Football Association, and also Women Female Desk Officer, Famata Duncan. Those 3 will form the fulcrum of our discussion tonight. So at this point, I do the expect that out of the 3 should be on. But before that, there's been some trending issues that the national team in preparation for 2 big matches in South Africa and in Morocco. Firstly with Namibia, secondly with Sao Tome and Principe, in continuation of the World Cup 2026 in Mexico, USA, and Canada. And we also have a series of other coaching programs ending. But first though, let's reflect on our national team's preparation.
Well, I think the World Cup qualifiers we will use to sort of warm up for the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier that we are already into after eliminating Djibouti, because sort of slippery start to the World Cup qualifier. I think we've already played 2 games, right?
Yeah, we lost all 2.
We lost all 2. Okay. So it is kind of difficult now. It's not impossible. It is difficult for Mario Marinica to turn things around. The World Cup qualifier is a marathon qualifier and it's very tedious. So It's not impossible though, but at the national level, I mean, talking about the senior level, that is, we have to be realistic, okay? What we have now, we can only build upon it. What we have now, if Mario Marinica turns things around, it will be a miracle.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It will be a complete miracle. So we can just hope that we go out there, play against Namibia, play against Sao Tome and Principe. The boys get all of the needed experience. If it's possible, you can win the two matches and what have you. That will add up to our, our rankings and all of that. Do the best that we can. But at the senior level, I can tell you for a fact, I'm not expecting too much. Yeah.
You want to be realistic.
Yeah.
And to be realistic is to say the truth.
Yeah.
And the truth is that we are not in a good position.
No.
Yeah.
We are not in a good position.
Tunisia, Equatorial Guinea will reach the quarterfinals. Let's not forget, they were the only team to beat the winners. Not just beat them, but undress Ivory Coast in front of their own supporters.
Definitely.
4-0 victory in the group match.
Yeah. So that's just the reality. So when it comes to the senior national team, we do not have a good standing. All right. My hope, I still believe in them. I still do believe in them because once it's Liberia and the red, white, and blue is playing, I'm praying for victory.
You are in yellow and blue.
Yeah, because I'm on Intel Sports. All right. So I trust what Mario Marinica wants to bring about. I trust his ability to turn things around, but I think it is not going to be in the World Cup qualifiers. He may use the World Cup qualifiers to get all of the players he needs for the CAF. I mean the CAF Cup of Nations, that is qualifiers. Okay, we're in a very fine group. I want to call it a very fine group we're in. So Mario needs all of the experience with the national team to sort of be able at least to do something for us. And who knows, take us to our third Cup of Nations finals.
Let's leave Trivia and Kiasolu there. Let's see as to whether we can establish with our guests. Third Vice President of the Liberia Football Association, Judy Reed Seaton, is our brand guest tonight, and she's going to be on alongside Famata A. Duncan, women female desk officer, alongside the women football manager of the LA, Massa Johnson. So, but
before we bring them in, the manager, or we'll call it coach on our side of the under 20 side, Famata D, of course, she spoke with the media following her team's 2-0 victory over La Guinée. So probably we could just bring her on so that our viewers can hear exactly what the coach said following that match.
I'm excited right now because that's one of the most important thing in football. The first game is a must. You win the game to keep you going in the tournament. And as you could see, 3 points, 2 goals, clean sheet. That's an exciting moment for me right now and the girls. Well, that's just similar to Sierra Leone, and they are aware because we were a few months ago. We were in Sierra Leone and we played their seniors women team, and they saw how competitive that game was. And I know they are getting prepared for that. But it's similar to the remaining 2 teams in the tournament. You do not look at Liberian, the girls are height. You don't look at that and honor them. They are very good technically, tactically they are good. So the next match is going to be an interesting match. But then we were forced to take Hawa off because Hawa was injured and it's bad. Hawa going to miss our next game, so we had to protect her as quick as possible. And that was how we got another midfielder in that could deliver the same as Hawa. We appreciated with the arrival of Louis Brown. But in the absence of Louis Brown, we still have some other midfielders that are great with good potential. The lack of Mani Kalon, the lack of Melissa Chiba, these are all good midfielders. So with the absence of Hawa, the other midfielder will deliver the same as Louis Brown. But we are excited that Louis Brown is in the squad. Oh, it was very great. A lot of people are praising the team reception because, as you can see through the camera, when they also Louis Brown, they got a song that they always singing, and they started singing Louis Brown King, and everyone embraced her, and they are excited that she's here with the team. Well, it's no strange to Liberian people because she has a lot of quality. She's a great player. We went to Sierra Leone. She was also one of the women of the match because she performed. So it's no strange. That's something she always do. It's just that she wanted to score, but then she never had the opportunity. She missed a lot of chances, but then she assists triple. The goal time, when the goal time reaches, it comes in. But if there is no goal, that's football. But the good thing was that she decided coordinating with the team and giving an assist. That was how the team was able to score. Rochus Tupa is a great leader. She is a great leader. That's why she's the captain of the U20. Every instruction that was given her, that was the instruction she implemented. She controlled the defense. You saw how best she could control from one angle to another angle, how best she was motivating them and other stuff. So that was a great moment. Well, right now I can speak about that. I'm going to watch 7 again and see the style of play. Based on the style of play, that's how our technical team is going to strategize how we can overcome and how we can penetrate the system of play. Well, there is nothing a complacency in our football world with the U20. We are pushing and we're going to push and we're going to push to the end. I'm excited right now because that's one of the most important things in football. The first game is a must. You win the game to keep you going in the tournament. And as you can see, 3 points, 2 goals, clean sheet. That's an exciting moment for me right now and the girls. Well, that's just similar to Seven, and they are aware.
Well, Famata Dean, I mean, I'm so impressed. So impressed. I mean, fantastic interview. I mean, the composure, the way in which she answers the question, that's absolutely fantastic. So, Trojan Kezolu is still sitting alongside me, and we can bring on some of our guests that are available right about now. I'm talking about Mrs. Judy Reed Seaton from Martha Duncan, the Women Football Department, and also Massa Johnson. So, when they are ready, we're going to bring them on. As in, third Vice President Judy Reed Seaton is on. Wow, the background looks obscure. And I expect a very bright background, but
No, it's not even obscure. She's not
on yet.
no, she's on, but her visual is not coming through.
Mrs. Seaton, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
But I'm not seeing you.
We thought you would have come on, so we can see. Somebody was saying Liberian Palace, Kolo.
Yeah, but
Yes.
not only for us, but our viewers.
Yes.
Well, it appears that we lost signal to Madam Reed Seaton. But
Yes,
I just hope she
probably.
comes back. But that interview, I mean, Famata Dean was absolutely spot on. The way in which she signaled her player, trust took part as a leader. She executed what she was told to do. Louis Brown isn't in the team. She joined the team the same day of the match. She sits out on the bench Other players executed: Deconte Edward Lynn Jackson, top goal scorer last season, won the Woman of the Match award, set up the first goal. I mean, it was just fantastic, Georgia.
Yeah, and there was one thing I took from that interview. She never for a minute sounded like the job is done.
No,
All right?
not at all.
She sounded like, all right, we've won this one, but we still have a task ahead. And what we're going to be doing is watching the two teams, the next two teams that we're supposed to play. And according to what we see, then we'll be able to come up with our technical and tactical strategy. Yes, we played against the Sierra Leonean senior national team, talking about the Under 20 playing against the Sierra Leonean senior national team. And so we know them and they know us. All right? So we're going to watch them. We're going to watch Mauritania as well. And then we will know our next game plan. And she said there is no complacency. Okay? So I'm sure she's going to do everything possible to keep her girls upbeat. That, look, we've achieved nothing yet. Winning the first game is nothing. From the group is our first objective. Let's get that done. And we can only get that done if we can win our next game. So I'm sure they're onto it, but our guests have started coming on.
Yeah, thank you, Trojan. We have Mrs. Judy Reed Seaton, Executive Committee member of the Office of Third Vice President of the Liberia Football Association. We also have Women Football Desk Officer Famata E. Duncan. Don't forget, it's not Famata Dean.
No,
Famata Dean is a coach in Senegal, and Famata Duncan is the desk officer. But let's first begin from Madam Reed Seaton. Thank you for joining us. Let's firstly say welcome.
Thank you, children. Thank you, Ben.
Well, it's been an amazing story over the last 48 hours or so. Probably the best of women football we have seen in years.
Ben, you coming in broken.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm just saying that we've had fantastic women football over the last 48 hours or so. Probably March or May is the best month of the year for us.
Yes, obviously, we are happy and we are excited that the girls are performing. And this is what development is all about, developing the girls' youth football development. And we cannot overemphasize how overjoyed we are, though it looks like a new beginning, but with investment and time and motivation, we believe that we can even yield quicker results. So yes, we are excited. And then sorry for the terrible background because you know how it was today, a very busy day, but I just had to
I
come
know.
on to meet up on today's engagement.
Okay, so Madam Seaton, let's welcome
Famata Duncan.
Madam Duncan first, and then we'll start the line of questioning. Famata, good evening and welcome to Sports Talk.
Good evening, and let me say thank you ever so much for inviting me on this show tonight. And thanks to all of those who are listening.
Wonderful audio. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let us start first by this is a shared question. We'll start with the third vice president and EC member. Tell us what have been put into women's football that we're seeing what we're seeing now. We're seeing the under 17, the under 20, but I'm sure there was a beginning. So let's walk us back. Where did we start before we got here? So just give us a bit of history. When you became head of women football, what did you have to do? What did you have to put in place before we got here today?
Thank you, children. So to summarize it, we put in effort and we believe in grassroots development and the career pathway for the girls. So we thought about how can we grow new players? How can we bring up fresh talents to the game? Taking into consideration women's football is still at a developmental stage, and we are still struggling to push the agenda of women's football. So number one, we talked about development, and as you can see, we put in mechanism to professionalize the game, and we started the development programs in bringing up the youth teams, even though it's very much difficult to maintain those teams, but we believe in development because uh, it's far more than just getting players from the top to play in the league. We want to see young girls come from the different counties, the different communities come together to showcase their talent. So we at the IFA saw it necessary to put our efforts in the grassroots program and the development stage of women's football. So is at most in a nutshell, we believe in empowering the girls. We believe in the development of them, and we put in the limited resources that we had to keep them on camp, to keep their practices rolling, and to keep them participating in the different tournaments. And in the this is what we are seeing today, that youth development, especially women's football, uh, youth development is important. So that's it.
Well, I just hope she could just,
Speak a little bit louder.
yeah, just raise your voice a bit for the sake of our audience. But let me come
Oh,
to,
that was okay.
yeah, let me come
I
to
said
Madam
that was
Duncan. Yeah, we're going to come back to you, EC, and third VP, Sita. Madam Duncan, you are on the women's desk at the FA. So just give us a rundown of what we have right now for women's football in Liberia. Where is it being played? In which counties that is? And tell us about the various competitions as well.
Okay, I might not be able to give you all of what you seek on the show tonight, but I will want to be specific as it relates to the ongoing activity that surrounds the under 17 national team. Are
All
you there?
right, just go ahead.
Okay. So currently, like you heard my boss said, all is being done to see as to how we get our girls to coming out with a positive result as it relates to the match they have with Nigeria. And like she said, preparation for camp is on the way, and we are working on seeing to it as to how we can get their parents involved, because this is one thing that requires every one of us efforts, and collectively we believe that if we all can put in our whatever, maybe strength, our finances, our ideas and all of that, we can get what we hope to see at the end of the day. And so by Saturday, I can tell you for sure the team will be going to camp, and we are going to be there until around June 12th, maybe around the 13th. We've been expecting um, to have our guests. That's the team from Nigeria to come
When
and
is the
play.
game? I thought the game was on June 9th.
No,
Okay,
John.
the game is actually June 9 here in Liberia, and
Oh, okay.
like I said, is the second leg, and we might be going over to Nigeria to play our counterpart. So all I can tell you for sure is that all of us now, that's the team and that of the technical staff, we are all, um, let's say, focusing on what we can do, what we can put together to see as to how victory will be certain. So, like I said, all is being done, and we are moving to camp on Saturday.
Okay, let me bring in the vice president. Tell us what is needed, because I was there and I listened to some of what were being said after the game, and one of the things the technical people and the players were craving for is that they be kept together. They needed to stay together, to keep the camaraderie, to sort of, keep each other together so that they will be able to face Nigeria as a unit. So the question is, what is needed to keep the girls together? We're talking about the under 17 here. We'll go to the under 20 later, but let's talk about the under 17. What is needed to keep them together until that time? Because we're talking about today is what we're talking about
22nd.
Yeah, today is the 22nd, so that's a little over 2 weeks we're talking about here, thereabout. So what is exactly needed to keep these girls together for the next period of time until we can face Nigeria?
So Georgian, Ben, we all know what it entails to keep the girls or to keep a team on camp. They need feeding. They need it's holistic. They need to practice. They need financial support. They need moral support. We need all hands on deck. Besides, I want to lay emphasis on a few things. Besides keeping the girls on camp, we need the general public to join us. We need government. We need different organizations to come and sponsor the teams. The team, specifically the under 17 team, as they go on camp over the week until their the end of the two games. So what is most needed now? We need everything. We need food. We need finance. We need money to maintain the camp in terms of running the generator, in terms of in terms of general merchandise and everything what it entails to run a camp. But more specifically, we need every one of you, the sports journalists and journalists in general. We need the bloggers. We need the women parliament, the women legislative caucus. We need the gender ministry. We need the embassies. We need the youth and sport ministry. We need the government. We need our first lady. We need our second lady. I mean, we just need everybody. We also need our stakeholders to motivate those girls and not push them to the wall, but make them to know that we are depending on you. And impossible is not there's nothing impossible. If they could beat Senegal, I don't see why it should be impossible for them to beat Nigeria. So in order to keep the girls on camp, we need financial support to have the camp rolling.
Okay.
No, before you come in, I will say this. It's not on you people, it's on me as both a journalist, is an all-round journalist, and as a member of the Lone Star Mobilization Committee.
Media committee.
Lone Star Mobilization Committee.
Okay.
All right, set up by President Joseph Boakai. So I'm saying this because here is two teams. Here are two teams, national team at youth level though, and female at that. The under 17 that has done wonders to qualify over Senegal. That's the first in our country's history over Senegal. The under 17 and the under 20 team has just won against Guinea, 2-0 in the WAFU qualification. WAFU tournament. What is this, or where is the Lone Star Mobilization Committee? Is it just there for the political side when the senior national team is playing? Then probably we hear about them. The foreign minister, I'm saying this on international wires. The foreign minister is the head of this group. You have whole lot of influential people. Even my own media big brother Malcolm Joseph is on this committee. What are we doing? What have they said? What are they doing? The national team is performing. We're hearing, they're talking about we need money.
So may I ask the question to all? So Madam Sitton,
Let's ask, but I'm here. If we have heard from the mobilization committee, I should know. So go ahead, ask.
Madam Sitton, what is the mobilization committee of the national teams saying to you guys? Have you reached out? What has been their response, especially during the last 3 days or so when we've had fabulous results?
So, Trojan, you said you are a member of that committee. So, if anything should be said and should be discussed, you should be in the know. It's not going to be a secret. So, both of us should be breaking the iceberg based upon the meetings that we've had at a mobilization committee. So you can also help in answering that question. Have that meeting been held? What are some of the discussions that have been held with being a member of the mobilization committee? Have you attended any meeting so far? So
Nothing.
We can discuss that.
And I will answer, nothing.
So what do you expect from that committee?
So, okay, now expectation. Okay, that's good. I expect the committee by now, I should have seen, we still believe that they will congratulate the girls because the girls did extraordinary well. And again, want to say congratulations to the U17 and the technical staff. Want to say congratulations to Liberia because whether we like it or not, is Liberia that is being placed on the map. Now, what I expect of the mobilization committee, we expect to hear from them soon. We are hopeful that we will hear from them in terms of their plans for the girls as they approach this game that is just one step away from the U17 World Cup. That's why we are expecting to hear a word from them.
And you can rest assured, for the next couple of days, they will hear from me until they come. They will certainly hear from me. We are fighting on two fronts here. The under 20 side is also in Senegal. We've said it, they've won their first game. So what word are you getting from them? We just listened to the coach, Famata Dini. This question is going to the other Famata Donkey. We just heard from your namesake, Famata Dini, and they're looking forward now to the next match what word are you getting from them in Senegal that indicates that, of course, everything is okay, or they too need something, finances, whatever it is, to keep them in good spirits for the next couple of matches?
Okay, so let me firstly break that anyone who carries the name Famata, these are these are people who have.
My God,
Why are you
I
laughing?
love that.
Okay, these are people who do things in a way that they will want good results. And so I am not surprised as it relates to what is happening over there with my namesake being the head of the team in Senegal. I listened to her conference message, and what I can say is that she's on the right footing. All we need to do is to be on our needs as it relates to putting maybe all of our time to maybe prayers and whichever gods we consult to see as to how whatever it is that she has planned will come to reality. Because even though she's there, but we know that every one of us back home here, we are all hoping and praying that Liberia becomes victorious as it relates to this stage that they are in, and we are hopeful that that will happen. So her message is clear, and she has stated the reason for which she went there. And so I believe that the LFA is standing and in every capacity and willing to support her as it relates to whatever shortages she might incur, that she will call back home that she needs, and I believe and know that they will be able to provide for her. So whether medical wise, whether for other things that the team might need or might run short on, I believe the FA is capable of providing them, and whenever they are called upon, they will be able to do it, because in the first place it is based on their support that we have them to where they are right now. And we are hopeful that come what may, we will be successful.
Now, VP, let me ask you, in all of this, women's football in Liberia is turning the corner, so to speak. So, where are the hitches? Talking about those potholes stay around that you think we need to cover in order to pave the way for women football to get better. We are at a stage, of course, where we see the performance of our two youth teams, but we want to extend it to the senior national team. But before that happens, club teams will have to be good as well. They have to perform well. They have to bring up incredible players. So, how are you working with various clubs from the lower leagues to the upper league to the various leagues across the various counties? How are you working with them to see women's football grow?
Thank you, Churches. The first thing we need to do in January is to change our mindset of women's football. Until we believe that football is football and there should be no discrimination as it relates to support, as it relates to, yes, much the support and how we see them, we're still going to face a lot of problem in terms of the women's football being on par with the male. So now we want to also commend the club's owner who have all the period, because we all know it's an open secret. Clubs are being ran by individual in our organization, and that is a huge tax that we must commend the club's owner for, because it's very expensive. I see this like like you're addicted to something, that's why you still find yourself doing it anyway, anyhow, you just can't easily get out of it because it's expensive, and we must give flower to who deserve it. Talking about working with the clubs, that's why we have sort of talked about professionalizing the game. We know money is a part of is one part of it is paramount, but investing in education also yield different results. This is why we see manifesting in the U17 today. So we've been working along with the clubs in asking them to uh, come up with the marketing and branding plans, brand their players on social media. We know they are not getting huge support, but to some extent, we now see that women football have taken a different trajectory. We've seen that the girls are being transferred. We've seen girls traveling as compared to before. So all is not bad, all is not so bad. We still see prospect. So we are working with the clubs the best way possible to motivate them. So continue knocking on the doors and collectively we can see how we can generate more funds to help the clubs pay their girls' salary, the players' salaries to help them keep that team rolling. So we introduce different capacity building programs that will help the club officials to see football in a different way and impact their lives and think about the sustainability part because that's one important part, the sustainability part that will keep them going irrespective of the subvention that comes from the LFA. But we also need to put in some sustainability measure that will keep the girls practicing, keep their salary rolling and all of that. I believe those clubs are independent and they are very strategic and they have other plans in place. But children, back to the 17, there are a few things I really want to put across before we mess up on certain things. Today there was a meeting held to mobilize as many Liberians, especially females, to come and take ownership of this under 17 game. You, sorry, after the games, the girls were so concerned about the cheering team, and they said some of them said every time they look at the team, they feel obligated that we cannot let these people down. They are putting their all into it, and that motivated them. We want to say thank you to that whole group, Hillary 18 and Samuel as well. They said one of us, they saw the girls, they were there and they believe that we're copy on them. And after this, we want to go to the attire shop. We want all of us that Vera chat rooms. Now it's that Vera. It's not politics anymore. It's all about the young girls. The young girls that make history. And if they're sending your child to school and then somebody from the community come and say, we cannot tell that woman thank you, man. She is David for sending her child to school. That child that went to school, we tell him thank you. So we need to put away all of those things and put that viewer first. Changing minds, changing attitude. Let's not forget it because the reality is there. Even if no one recognize that, it is not going to be recognized. We really don't care about that. But we want to see our hands on this by developing different fire, different jingles. I see you also contacted today. So making in high momentum to work along with us. They are waiting to get on the floor. They are waiting to go to the attack in the community. And these are things we want to see more women coming on board, men as well, the stakeholders. Let us change our platform to the U17 to make them to know we believe in them and we are expecting something from them. And all of these things going to motivate them. We talked today about writing your favorite player jersey, talk about your player, talk about the team in general. We need that to be on wow. We want a full stadium. That's why we said that it's free. So this is why we came on the show to push how important it is for Nigeria to turn up for a girls' game come January now to send a statement to the world that yes, indeed we are ready for women football because women football is also with empowerment. So we will be calling on every one of you, both journalists. I've been looking in the chat. I will reach up personally and invite everybody. What I the easy request of stuff is Liberia first and Liberia last. Every one of us have to come in to say we love the girls and we love football and we want to unite the war. We need to put away all of those little politics because we will go back to politics when the political season. But let us focus on the under 17 and give them our utmost best and make them believe that we trust in them and we are hopeful. So, children, yes, we've been working with the teams, we've been working to put the McKinney team place where they will be continue to be independent, to support their club and find ways to march to push their agenda on women's football. So, this is where we are.
Okay, Ben?
Yeah, Alan coming and going
Yeah.
at this stage, but we're so glad to have executive committee member Jalati Sayo. I must mention that he's currently in Dakar, Senegal. He is the head of delegation of the Liberia Football Association on that trip to Senegal for the WAFO Zone A competition. So when
hopefully
Jalati Sayo comes back,
just come back. It is important we have you, EC Sayo, on the show as well. So you gave us a first-hand information about the momentum there in, is it Thies?
Yeah.
Thies.
Thies is an hour drive outside of Dakar.
Yeah. Thies.
Okay. We welcome our listeners all across the country. George earlier is watching from his home. He's so excited that we play women football in a very short period of time in 2021. Chairman Joel Freeman and Yoko were in charge to see the kids, playing at that level. He's so pleased. Jeremiah Davis said they need to establish a tactical habit of watching the video of their opponents. I think the coach is going to look at that. Famata Dean obviously is watching this one and she's impressed with Madam Seaton Reeves. But let's first go back to the committee member and head of delegation.
HOD, EC Sayo. Attorney, I like to call him the attorney.
Law.
Good evening and welcome to Sports Talks, and we are very glad you could join us.
Thank you, Jogo, and thank you to Ben for the invite. It's always a pleasure.
Better, credits to you. Tell us, what's the atmosphere like on the camp of the U20 in Senegal?
Well, firstly, let me say thanks to WAFU for the organization and thanks to LFA for making this successful. We know that the last edition we were unable to attend, and at least this edition we are here and we are making our presence felt. The camp is well intact. The girls are in high spirit. As we are aware, we know, looking at the papers, the first game was just from the papers, it was our most difficult game. So getting a 2-0 win from that and then watching the other two teams playing in our zone, we can comfortably say that the girls are aware that they are done for the semi-final stage. So yes, we are all set. As we speak now, it's just about time for them to be going for that dinner. So in just 2 minutes time from now, they'll be walking down the hall to have dinner and then have rest for tomorrow.
You're speaking to us a positive or too complacent, but remind us why is it important to win against Sierra Leone on tomorrow?
Well, the game against Sierra Leone tomorrow is an important game because a win for us automatically qualifies us for the next stage. As we all know, we are 4 in zone, and a defeat to yesterday win puts us in a very comfortable position. So Sierra Leone also had a win yesterday against Mauritania, and so we will be playing the second match tomorrow, which is the game after Mauritania plays Guinea. So we don't care about the result from that game because those two people are two losers. So we want to win tomorrow. Once we win Sierra Leone tomorrow, we can show you that we already clear to the next stage. And complacency is not a right word. It's confidence. We are confident. We are not complacent, but we are confident enough looking at what we have on our camp, the quality of players we have, the team spirit, the coordination that we have within the team, as well as looking at our opponent. We watched the last game between Senegal, between Mauritania
and Mauritania.
Yeah, we saw the game, and we know that from all issues, from all aspects of the game, we are better than them, and we'll prove it to you tomorrow that we are better than them.
I'll tell you why. I'm sorry, Trojan, for interrupting you. But a few years, we never had the kind of belief that we've got right now playing at this level, the level of under 20, under 17. Obviously, we have a fabulous result, ironically, against the country that's hosting you right now. What do you think we have done differently in the last 12 months to be at this level as an executive committee member?
Well, I think all boils down to the various clubs because these players were selected from their team. And I think it shows that the female league or the women league in Liberia is improving. It shows that our league is getting better than our neighbors' league. I think the mere fact that we even have more foreign players in the female league than we have in the male leagues, it shows to everyone that our female league is higher than like country like Sierra Leone and even maybe Guinea, because our girls are really, really talented. If you look at the last 2 seasons or so, if you look at the level of play, the style of plays that are being put into the player by the field coaches, I think you will see improvement. And I think the football is on the right trajectory. We just need to keep investing into female soccer and keep encouraging those team owners, as the third vice president was saying. It's important that we keep encouraging them, because I'm a club owner. I know what it means to own club. I know what it means to support team, at least to say female teams. There are a lot of expenses that go into that, but we need to extend great thanks and appreciation to those owners, because what they are doing have been paying off. As you can see, for a Liberia under 17 female team or women team, let's call them girls team, to win Senegal is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. even during the technical meeting when we got the result, and I turned to my Senegalese colleague, and then he said, "How is the result?" I said, "We defeated you 2-0." He said, "2-0? So we didn't score a goal?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Wow, unbelievable." I said, "Of course." He said, "No, I need to call to confirm." I said, "You can do the call here confirmation." Everyone was shocked. Everyone was shocked that, oh look, Liberia has qualified over a great team like Senegal that has invested into female soccer. So it only shows that the more we invest, the more time we put into that, we will have better results. So yes, as an executive committee member, is good I'm on this trip. It also shows to me that I think I need to also invest in female soccer. So don't be surprised in the soonest possible time Watanga has a female team.
I like that. I like that.
Let me come in. There's been lots of talks, and thankfully you are the head of delegation. We need to clear the air about some of these. That the girls are unhappy relative to their per dimes. They say, okay, it better you keep it, but we play for free. What is the issue around the per dime or support to the girls?
Well, yes, there was issue around the per diem to the girls. I think the girls' issue was that the amount given to them, they felt it was small as compared to what was given to the under 17. Normally FIFA rules is that once you are under 17, you are deemed as youth, and so you will not be given funds. And I think the FA thought that look, we need to impress these girls, even though they are young people and they don't have they may not have the use for money, but their parents may need money, so we gave them some money, 250 or so, and so they qualify. And then now the under 20 are saying, if you can give them 250, we need more than what you gave us, and that's $100. So I met with them, and then we all agreed that look, we agreed that the amount is small, 100, and we can assure you that as per your request, what you want, which is 2 times that amount. We've spoken with the FA, and FA has agreed that we're going to do that and make sure we have additional money available, but just focus on what you can do best, which is the game. And they've said to me that yes, HOD, we understand very well, we know the constraint you're going through, not you but say, but government of Liberia. So we can assure you that we're going to do all we can to win. And in fact, that we know that once we continue to win, in fact, even the pattern will even increase. And then we all had fun, we laugh and say, yes, that's exactly what will happen. So they said it's not that we're refusing the Padam, but we're just saying to you that we don't want to make Padam look like that's what we are playing for, right? So we don't want to focus our mind on. I want to focus on winning all of our games, and afterward we'll come back to the table and have discussion. So yes, that's why we went into the game and we saw the massive result. So the FA is doing the technical work on the other side. They're going to come back to us, and it's just $100 additional. It's not anything. If you can pay on everything to 50 to get,
I know it.
It's not anything at all. So the girls know very well that we'll definitely meet up to that. And
Here's the point. Third Vice President Judy Rees-Seaton is on. This question goes to you. Do you concur with what Executive Committee member and Head of Delegation Jolati Sayo has said?
The first thing, the Executive Committee member is a lawyer, so he's very careful what he says. So when he speaks he speaks carefully. So we cannot easily doubt his word. So we cannot really emphasize what he just said. And there were also just to add up, there was misunderstanding in what the girls got at the first stage, this under 17, as compared to what the under 20 got. But we also want to congratulate the under 20 for winning their first game as well. We didn't mention that earlier. Famata and her team and the head of delegation, we say thank you for the motivation and keeping the girls together and making them understand that we are here for them. And whatsoever we can do in our best way possible, because we've been doing it from the very beginning. So in the middle of it, especially when Swimming Soba has become very entertaining and exciting, and to throw you back a little bit to Sunday game, we saw the girls didn't just beat by chance. They won the game. They went and they conquered. They played the game well. It was entertaining, Trojan. You were there, you saw it. And they play with sense. That's what professionalization is all about. That's what development is all about. And that's what investment is all about. So now to the money part of it, we're still working. We want to do even more. And let's just keep our fingers crossed, believing that we will have support from all sides, support from the owner of the national team. And we have to do our best. But the reality, we should send the right message out there, regardless of whatever the circumstances are. The youth teams are at a development stage. I'm not sure we will do more, but it's good that they get the clearer picture and not to press them on because of any political affiliation or political ambition. We got to be careful how we deal with the young girls because they get easily persuaded and then we end up losing track and focus of what exactly we want out of the
I agree with you.
Of jealousy or political ambition.
I'd agree with you. Third Vice President. Let's come to Famata. The name has been called by far too often than even our two other guests, your boss, Judy Rees-Seaton, and Executive Committee member, Jolati Sayo, because two Famatas we've talking about. Lots of programs coming up. We've got Nigeria in the U17 level. That means a lot. Lots of work to be done by you as female desk officer?
Okay, and not only a female desk officer, but I'm also the administrative manager of the team. And so, like I previously said, much is being done as it relates to our preparation with getting the team ready for Nigeria. And currently, as I speak to you, letters have been prepared for clubs presidents and also for parents. And this time around, we are not just asking the parents to send their children, that we are taking them to camp for training and all of that. Rather, we are sending them a communication, inviting them to come and watch their children. Because I believe in this way, some of them have the time to be able to see as it relates to how far their children have developed as it relates to their participation in football. Because some of them sit home and hear that my daughter is playing football, and that's all they can say. But with our invitation to them to come and watch their children, I believe when they come, they will be more motivated as it relates to supporting their children to participate more, and not only for their participation, but to use the medium of football to develop themselves and all of that. So we are not only sending communication to parents, we are also sending it to all of the women organizations, like you heard my boss said. And we want to use this medium tonight to call on every Liberian listening to us to come out, turn out in your numbers, and let's celebrate these girls. We felt so downhearted this gone time when we went for the game on Sunday, and you could hardly see many persons on the field. So we are looking forward to inviting everyone to come out and see as to how we can cheer these girls to victory. So another thing that is being done is that we are working on the preparation of the camp where we are taking these girls so that they have that comfort away from home. And all is being done, like we have put in for those necessary things they will need, provisions and all of that. Their food is being arranged, and everything that will keep them alive, that will make them cheerful, that will make them focus as it relates to being in their right mind to train and be at their best for the game is being put in place.
So, we're talking about the attendance was poor against Senegal. I do agree. But we've got Nigeria. It's a powerhouse in football. What football when it comes to female level? Let alone talk about Africa. You've got one of the biggest opponents in the world to play. What do you think needs to be done as an administrative manager to attract the attention of the public to this Liberia v Nigeria game?
Okay, so we want to let Liberians know that this game is a game that we want, and we want to set history. I don't know as to whether we have played Nigeria before, but I can assure every one of those Liberians listening to us right now that we want you to turn out and see history being made for the very first time, because I know it is in the minds of some of Liberians that come what may, we might not be able to defeat Nigeria, maybe because of performance as it relates to how far they've gone with the issue of women in football in their country and all of that. But I can tell you for sure, it is not how long, it's how well. And if we put in our all to see as to how we prepare our girls, football at biscuit, and we can be successful. And I believe that with the names of Nigeria, maybe other people, they might not want to come to see Liberia, right? Because they feel that we won't really perform. They might want to come to see Nigeria. But in whichever mindset you want to come on the field, please come on the field and see history being made for the very first time, because I can assure you that Nigeria will go down.
And usually when I go on the field, whenever Lone Star is playing, I want to stay away from journalistic duties. I don't like to go do commentary or do anything. I want to go cheer.
Yeah, red, white, and blue.
I'm the #1 fan. You can rest assured I'll be in that cheering squad that day. Me and Hillary Johnson will be running up and down. but EC Sire, the under 20. Now I'm hoping, like I always do for when it comes to national team. That's my first. Real Madrid my second, but national team of Liberia my first. Now, I know we'll win. I know we'll do well in this WAFU competition because the way I saw the girls play yesterday, I know we're going to do well. So, what happens if we clinch the trophy?
Well, if we clinch the trophy, of course, that's our ultimate goal, and it means that.
I mean, is there somewhere else we'll be going?
No. It's not a prerequisite thing. It's just a WAFU organized tournament.
Oh, I thought it was something that if we won it, we're going to Africa Cup of Nations under 20.
It's not a prerequisite everything. But actually, we intend to win it, and we think that we are on a rightful path, tapping our zone, playing a runner-up for the next stage, and then definitely to finals. Yeah, we think the pathway is clear.
Liberians inside there, inside the stadium, watching the game.
Excuse me?
Have you had the time to see some Liberians living in Senegal turning up to watch this competition?
Not many Liberians we've met, but I spoke with the ambassador upon our arrival, expressing our presence in Senegal, and then he assured me that maybe the last game or so they will find time to leave because most of them are in Dakar, and Dakar is about like 2 hours or so away. Yeah, away from but we met other Liberians, who went on the field. They are not many, 4 or 5 in numbers, went on the field. But we show that as we progress to the next stage, we hope the guys from Dakar will join us to cheer the girls to victory.
Okay. I want to wait a minute.
Can you confirm that Louis Brown will play at the level of the under 17, play at that very venue, got the Liberia cancellation goal in the 3-1 defeat, has surfaced in Dakar and in the under 20 team preparing to play against Sierra Leone on tomorrow?
Sure. I can confirm that she arrived yesterday. We sent the driver for halftime, and then she came and met the game on. So she witnessed the last part of the game, and she participated in her first training section today. So yes, wow. She's prepared to participate in tomorrow's match.
That's great. I want to come back. Are the girls, I'm talking about the under 17, are they aware? Have you sat them down and talked to them and told them about the hugeness, the enormity of what they've done? I mean, the history that they've made and the history they will make if they conquer Nigeria. Are they even aware that they've made history that forever, as long as Liberia exists until Jesus Christ comes back, they will be referenced? Do they even know, those kids? Do they even know what they've done?
I can tell you for sure, yes, they know what they've done, because even from their win over Sierra Leone, they went in the dressing room and they were the ones even chanting in slogan, telling the LFA president that they want to go to camp. So I know that they know the importance of this game, and we have been telling them already, because the name Dominican Republic, if you ask some of them, they might already start telling you that we've told them that if they should qualify ahead of Nigeria, this is where they will be. And so I know all of them are focused and wanting to go to this place so that, like I said previously, they will have the experience of a World Cup for the very first time. So yes, they are in high gear, they are in good mood, and all of them are prepared and even anticipating to win Nigeria.
This will be the second time. If I don't want to put the cart before the horse, I don't like to do that. But if it should happen, it will be the second time the name Liberia will be at a football, anything World Cup. Because if we want to take the amputee team into consideration, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the World Cup final, that is. So, but this will be the first time in our nation's history that, of course, we will have a team like the Under 17 representing us at a FIFA Under 17 World Cup. That would be huge. You know how I pray and fasting for that thing now. Let's go back to EC Esaya. EC, we play on tomorrow. Is there anything you want to tell us, perhaps, that we need to know about what's happening on the camp relative to, I know we should be hearing this from the coach, but I'm sure you're in touch with the technical people relative to who's okay, who's not okay to go on tomorrow. You care to tell us just a little lecture so we can be aware?
Yes, I think everybody else is okay besides the midfielder. Her name is I need to check her name. Yeah, who plays
number 8.
She sustained
She picked up an injury on the left foot.
And then she was withdrawn in the second half of the game. Yeah, she scored ball passer, so yeah. she's not ready for the game. But besides that, so it means we have 20 players who are all ready for the game tomorrow. And children, just one thing I need to stress. You know, interestingly, in Liberia, if you notice, even from the male team, most of our games we play is second half. We usually have in momentum. But if you watched the game yesterday, the second half the girls' energy actually increased. That was a different aspect of football in Liberia that I witnessed yesterday. I was surprised. If you look at the game, you'll see that second half they try and pick up the game, and the entire 45 minutes of the second half was like, you know, the energy has been rejuvenated, and they were like on top of that game. So I said to somebody like, look, usually around 80-85 minutes, that's when you usually score in Liberia. So to see us doing the reverse, you know, to see us doing the reverse, it shows that the energy level in the youth is really, really high. It's really, really high. So the girls are in high spirit. They train well today. From there, they visited the pool. They rested well, and they just having lunch in the 15 minutes. Dinner. 15 minutes time, they'll be going to their rooms, and they will remain there until tomorrow morning. When they just walk around before we go for our last game. The game is at 9 o'clock. Actually, it's last game, so we have enough time to rest.
8 p.m. our time? No.
Sorry,
7 p.m.
7 our time.
Yeah, our time.
I will just be getting the radio. You got that spot on. You know, when we were playing Senegal, I was at the SKD, and when the game was going to around that time, 8:85, going to the end, I was worried. I said, usually at the time we're going to see you. But the girls came through. They did come through. So
let me inform our viewers that for the first time, we've got Martha Johnson. She's the head of women football manager at the Liberia Football Association. I know what you went through. I mean, the traffic have been some crazy, absolutely crazy to get home from the LFA office to Brewerville. But let's firstly welcome you to the show. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Ben, and thank you to the team for the invite. I'm so sorry for
Girl's name is Hawa Fatima.
I'm so sorry for coming on the show late. I was ill while I was sick.
I've been following your progress to come on. I know it's been very tough. But we talk a lot. We talk about the team, the U17, the U20, the progress, the victory, the prospects. But as women football manager, I mean, in that job, you should be very impressed that all this happening on your watch.
Yes, man, I'm so excited taking on this job and seeing my girls getting victory one by one. I'm so excited for that. And I look forward for many victories. Yeah.
The big one is against Nigeria, U17. Ironically, you were in Nigeria for some period of time. Sterling, what do you foresee?
Come again.
I don't
Come
think she
again.
hasn't got me. Hello.
Yeah, come again.
I said the
Hello.
big one is against Nigeria at the U17 level. Yeah, and you've been in Nigeria for some time, studying there with the love of football the Nigerians have got, you know, for football. Now we've gotten. What do you think?
Honestly, Ben, our girls will beat Nigeria. Despite all of the love,
It's easy to
despite
say.
all of the love that Nigerians have for football, despite of the level that they have been in football, our girls, U17, with the enthusiasm, with the high power, I believe that they will beat Nigeria.
Easy
I'm
to
saying
say.
this with no fear, extremely seriously. Yeah, I believe that we will beat Nigeria and will get qualified to the World Cup. I can say that with
Wow.
absolutely because the
Okay.
girls, they are in high spirits.
Okay.
No time. No time. I
We'll
think
come back to you.
we just
but
have time
Let's
enough
talk to
to.
the Senate committee member, Angela T. You watched the U20 game. I mean, Jessica Kwashi, a couple of years back, she broke onto the scene. She has that amazing video with the BBC where they came down to Liberia, went in West Point, saw her play with some girls. She went to the US. She came back wearing that famous number 17 shirt. I know she might have impressed you.
Oh yes, yes. Frankly speaking, there were many players that were very impressive, and she was one of those. But the entire team played extremely well. The team played a collective football, and the ambassador of getting to Senegal was read by Massa, and he was like commending the team while the game was going on, because the children were playing, not just playing because they can play, but it was entertaining their fans. They were entertaining us. They were starting the ball from the defense. You could see that they were starting the ball from the defense, and the 4 and 5 were opening up as normal, 2 and 3, and everything was like working as planned during the training. So not only her, you had Deco, you had our number 11. I'll get out of the name later, but most of them led to the football name.
But
Also,
you have read a mind.
yeah,
Talking about Edward Lane, Deconte.
Edward Lane was
She could have easily scored a hat trick, especially in the first half, but she set up her first crucial goal in the second half, and she won the player of the match award. That was so rewarding. I mean,
yeah, and so the entire team played extremely well. They played collective football. Everyone defended for each other. It was not like because you blundered, so I'm not going to defend for you. Everybody was playing for each other, playing collective ball, and that's why we got the result we got. And we can assure you that with level of spirit, togetherness, and unity that we have, we are going to ensure that we win the trophy.
Okay, I think we have just time enough to just go around for our final comments. So we will. I don't know who all. Okay, we start with Famata, and then we go to Massa. We go to, of course, EC, Sire, and then we end up. She's still on with the third VP. So let's start up with you, Famata. Maybe something we didn't.
Final word.
Thanks.
Final words or any final word or something.
Yeah, and we look forward to more of this as awareness about the game with Nigeria. And so last time, and I want to say thank you to you and your owner for allowing us this time on your platform in women's football.
Okay.
Thank you,
She's-
Famata.
Thanks a lot, Famata. It's a pleasure. It was a pleasure indeed. Have Masa?
Yes, once again, let me start by apologizing for coming on the show late. Honestly, I want to encourage all fans in Liberia, women in football, stakeholders, permanent people in society. We are inviting everybody to the game. We have a mission, and that mission is to make women football visible in Liberia. And we are very committed to that. So we want to encourage everybody to come on for the game on the 9th of May. So once again, say thank you on the 9th of May. I'm so sorry. Once again, let me
June.
on the 9th of June. Once again,
Okay.
let me say thank you for the invite. I'm grateful and
Thank
I
you.
look forward to being on this show. I'm so sorry again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
You will come back.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Inside.
Yeah, so thanks to the Intel family for the invite. I think it was great speaking to the people of Liberia from Senegal. We can show you that the girls are in high spirit and they are all set. They have what it takes to ensure that we bring back victory. The tournament actually ends on the 30th, and so we hope to be back the day after with the trophy and present it to the LFA, especially to the women division, Masa and her group.
You are there with one of your fellow colleagues, chairman of the competition department, executive committee member, Tikle Mokoni. Have you seen him?
Oh yeah,
I know he's performing different functions.
It's just a walking away from our 2 minutes away from our hotel. And you know, Tikle lost for football is beyond. So of course we do some consultations when we need arises. So yes, he's doing well. He was Wafu, and he's on the organizing committee. Yeah, but yeah,
thank you.
Pass up to everybody, including Judy. Judy, you know, Judy is the third vice president who is in charge of females. So of course, she's doing extremely well, making sure that she always speaks to the girls, so they are all in contact. We are all talking to them, making sure we're counseling them, telling them that look, we are here for a single goal, and that goal is to ensure that we clean.
Okay. All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks a lot. But before we go, I'd like to read these comments.
Yeah.
This one coming from Gabriel Princess Kennedy. She says, Pedai is not the focus point or the focal point of the girls at the moment. I was told by them that country is value than money. We will win and money will come after. And then Kebel Ami, she's posting this. She says, currently we have 3 women's leagues running. The Upper Women's League comprises of 12 teams. 2023-2024, Determined Girls FC was crowned as the champion for 2023-24 season. Lower Women's League in 6 counties, 2023-2024 season. 1 lower league in Monserrado County with 13 teams, 2023-2024. Lower league in Maryland County with 9 teams, 2023-2024. Maryland Angels was crowned as champions. Lower league in Nima County with 6 teams, 2023-2024. Lower league in Riverside, 6 teams. Finda FC was crowned as champions. Lower league in Grangeda County with 9 teams. Zobuch crowned as champions. Lower league in Lofa County with 6 teams. Community Women's League with 10 teams. Now we have about 70 female teams in the LFA League, and there are more pending teams, hopefully, by next season. As we experience more teams coming in. So, women football is making headway. 70 teams across the country right now. You have leagues being played in many of the counties. Of course, that is why we are seeing the results that we
That's
see.
how we reaping the result. We are reaping. Tonight been an amazing night. Thank you so much, my brother. It's been so amazing. It's going to have been a better day for him to close on this edition of Sports Talk on Intel Sports. Church and Kezo this year. Ben Gagwa bidding you goodbye. But let me unleash this important information. Finally, I can confirm that Leverkusen are beaten this season. They trail by 3 goals to 0 in the Europa Cup final. And
Against
we are
Atalanta.
playing in the 78th minute.
They are beaten.
Hat-trick by Lukman, the Nigerian, who formerly played for Everton.
Wow.
In the 12th, 26th, and 78th minute. Meaning that
If-
Atalanta lead Leverkusen by 3 goals to 0.
If Leverkusen comes back, then tonight Jesus will come.
They cannot come back. Leverkusen are beaten. I tell you, beaten by Atalanta. We got less than a dozen of minutes to play and they trail by 3 goals to 0. Don't forget, the Champions League finals is on the 1st of May. It's going to be contested between a team from Germany in the form of Bayern Leverkusen and Real Madrid, who are chasing their 15th crown. Okay, but it's been a wonderful night on this platform. Many thanks to Mr. Judy Reed-Seaton, Third Vice President, Labrador Football Association, Head of Women Football, Secretary Committee, and also Jalati Sayers, Secretary Committee member who was on. We also say thanks to Mrs. Martha Johnson. She provided us with some information as Head of Women Football. And many thanks to Famata Duncan, who also has Secretary Committee member Jalati Sayers, was live from Senegal. Until then, many thanks to our production team comprising of Rufus Malba and Theophilus. We are Pla. My name is Ben Gagban, bidding you goodbye.